Hi everyone, it's Marissa from the Duxbury Free Library. Today for Crafternoon we are doing paper flowers. I'm going to show you two different ways to make beautiful paper flowers just in time for Mother's Day. And the wonderful thing is that you don't need to water them and they're not going to wilt. So we are doing two types today and you can do one or the other or both. We're doing them with tissue paper and coffee filters. So the materials you'll need for this project are pipe cleaners, tissue paper, coffee filters, scissors, a pencil, and a ruler. So let's get started and I'll show you how it's going to work. So we finally have a sunny day, so I have a bit of a glare coming in from the window next to me, but I hope you can see what I'm doing. So the first flower we're going to make is tissue paper flower. So I've cut my squares already, so for this flower you're going to need 6 individual squares of tissue paper cut to 6 inches square. So 6 squares, 6 inches square. It's easy to remember. For the one I've already done, I've alternated the colors. You can do that or you can do a solid color, but I think I'm going to do another alternating color one so I can show you how that works. So let me see what I've got here. All right, this is perfect. So I'm going to take 3 6-inch squares of yellow tissue paper and 3 of this peach color. You can use whatever color you have at home. You could make an all white flower. You could use red or blue or anything from the holidays. This is for you to use what you have at home, so you don't necessarily have to go out and buy more materials. And I'm going to alternately stack my colors. So I'm going to start with yellow. And then, in this case, you only need 3 of each color. You need 6 squares total. So I'm going to start with a yellow, then a peach, then another yellow, then another peach, and my last yellow, and my last peach. So you can see them all stacked like so. Just gonna make sure they're all nice and stacked up. And I'm gonna fold them accordion style. So it's a back and forth fold, and I'm gonna fold it 6 times. So you can fold 1/2 inch. You can measure the length of your fold just to make sure you're not folding too much or too little. And you want them all to be pretty even. So right there is about 1/2 inch. So then I can crease that. And then I'm gonna flip it over and fold it back towards me. Flip it over and flip it and fold it back again. And again. And again. And I have a little extra, so one more. So it looks like a little fan right now. And you can see I have a little extra bit of my tissue paper hanging over. That's okay. So now we want to carefully cut the edges. We want to round them off to give you what looks like petals, like on this one. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut just a little semicircle like that on one side and turn it over so you can see me cutting like that on the other side. Put my scraps over there. So now I'm going to take one of my pipe cleaners. I have green ones. If you don't have green ones, it's okay. You can have a flower with a different colored stem. I'm going to keep my fold nice and let's see, it's hard to show this backwards. I'm going to put my my pipe cleaner behind my accordion folded tissue paper and move it down so I have enough to fold over. I'm gonna fold that down and twist it. So it looks like this. Now is the trickier part. You want to fan out your petals very gently because it's tissue paper, you don't want to tear them. So I'm going to start from the middle, from the inside, which for me is yellow. So I'm just going to sort of fan it out and lift it up layer by layer very carefully. So you might want a grown-up's help with this. I might want a grown-up's help with this because this part can be a little bit challenging. All right, so I've got this bit of yellow. You see how I'm just puffing it up? I'm going to do that on the other side. And as you puff them up, it'll sort of hide that inside bit of your stem. Got my first layer, and I'm just going to go through this and fluff them up. Like so. So as you bring up each layer, you can see the puffy flower taking shape. There we go. If you don't have tissue paper at home, I'm also going to show you how to make flowers with basket coffee filters. Or you can use any very, very thin paper, like if you have a very big old dictionary, you can do it with book pages. The paper just needs to be extremely thin. If you have thicker pages, they won't fluff up as nicely and they'll probably tear. I tried to do it with something else yesterday and it didn't work when I was doing my practice flower. Tissue paper is pretty because it comes in all sorts of colors. You can do any color you want. You could do 6 different sheets, different colors, if you have 6 different colors. But I chose these colors because they're very springy, and we are finally getting some sunshine these days. All right. So there is my flower. So it's nice and fluffy, nice and full, and you could wear it in your hair if you wanted to. You could make a whole bunch and make a flower crown, or you could just make a bouquet for your mom or special person for Mother's Day. So that's tissue paper flowers. Another thing you can do with the tissue paper flowers is cut your squares half this size, so 3 by 3 inches, and use a smaller stem, and then you'll have a smaller, more compact flower. But that is up to you. So now we're gonna do coffee filter flowers. Once upon a time, I had a coffee maker that took these kind of filters, and I don't anymore. So I had some extra. Ask before you use coffee filters because coffee is very important these days. So I am going to grab my markers. So any markers you have will work. I recommend you flattening out your coffee filters first, so they are mostly round and flat. So you need 6 of these as well. So 6 is the magic number for this. What I like is when there's a little bit of color deep inside the flower and then along the edges. So that's how I'm going to color mine. But you can color them all different colors, dots, hearts, stars, any design you like. It doesn't have to look like a real flower. It's going to be something that's pretty. So I'm going to choose red because it's my favorite color. And I'm just going to color the inside center of these a little bit of red and along the edge. Just not very fancy, just to give it a little. And I'm going to do that on the rest of these also. So a little red in the middle, and a little red around the edge. Marker away. And now I have all my coffee filters with a little bit of color on them, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the tissue paper flowers. So we are going to stack them up. Like so. And then we're going to do the same accordion fold. These are already round, so we'll see if we need to trim the edge. And so there are my folds, and it looks kind of similar to what we did with the tissue paper flowers. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner again, starting at the back, fold the extra towards me and twist so it looks like this. And we're going to do the same thing, lifting up each layer. I'm not going to curve the edges because they're already round coffee filters. So it gives you a little bit of a shortcut already. If you use brown coffee filters, that might even be a cool effect. Anything you've got handy. This is a nice, bright springtime craft, and just in time for Mother's Day. So you can give these to someone in your household. I'm just going to try and pull them around so they cover that pipe cleaner a little bit better. So I colored in those centers of the flower, and you can't really see them. So I learned that that is not necessary. But I'm just going to bring these, sort of fold them around towards each other, like so. Fluff it up, and you have a flower made from coffee filters. So you can do either one you like, or both. You can tag us on Instagram or Facebook to show us what you've made. And I hope you have a very happy springtime. You could even do a combination of both and make a beautiful bouquet. So we're doing our Crafternoons and posting them on Thursdays by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you can catch up on what we've made, and we'd hope to see what you create. If you have an idea for a Crafternoon that you think can be done with materials from home, you can always leave us a comment also, and we'll see what we can do.